Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick, and today guys we're jumping down into the world of Vechain, taking a look at what's been going on most recently and what I would expect to happen next. As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Now, if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, link is in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free, and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there, so why not go ahead and check that out today. And you know, if you are looking for some easy listening and wanting to stay up to date with all the latest crypto news and price action, why not check out the new Cheeky podcast as well in the description down below. Okay guys, let's waste no more time, let's jump right into this. Right, so here we have Vechain paired up with USDT. We're on the hourly chart and Binance is our data source. Now I'm recording this at about what's that, almost 9 a.m. UK time, which is basically UTC +1. So if you think about what time that is, this is a few hours ahead of schedule. So yeah, just kind of bear that in mind that things may have changed in the last few hours, but I'm not expecting any major moves at this point in time. So let's jump into this, right? So what we've kind of got going on here is a rather complicated, and I say it's complicated, it's not that complicated, but I think we've got a 335 correction or some kind of corrective move coming down here. So we've kind of gone through this entire corrective pattern, and you can notice how it's not really a trend-based pattern to start with here, but instead all we've really got is these corrective kind of 335 structures and things like that, resets, and then continue the motion to the downside. Now over here we have this really big drop to the downside, okay, a pretty significant one, and then we start to see this also pull back on this side, and this is kind of where we're looking after this reset here about midway through. This is a 5-wave structure. We're looking for a 3-wave structure upwards, which we have just completed here, and then we look to come back down in another 5-wave structure, and you know, this is actually pretty much there. I mean, if we were to measure this distance, it doesn't really follow an impulsive structure, but it is definitely 5 waves. Take this high here to here, move this over here, you can see that we pushed all the way down close to the 2.618, right? So anything high greater than 1.618 is pretty much impulsive in its nature, or a 5-wave structure to that degree, but we don't have a solid 5-wave structure on this this little mini movement here. So there's lots of different ways of kind of counting it. I think for now I will actually just go ahead and just adjust these so it makes a little bit more sense, and maybe it's a little bit easier to get keep our eyes on it, right? So think of it as a giant kind of structural move to the downside, and we're currently in that wave 4, right? That's one way of looking at it. Now, as I had this drawn up before, invalidation would have been set at 2.952, and the way I've got this currently drawn, so you can see it here on the charts, is 2.811. That would be the invalidation. So these two lines are important because there's different ways of actually taking a look at this 5-wave structure. You've either got to look at it from a wave 1 low over here and a wave 2 high, slightly higher than we were previously, or we look at it as this move. Now this move is an interesting one, but it does look like we potentially could articulate this as complete through another subset of moves. So I think this one's probably the most accurate. It also gives us the ability to invalidate a little bit earlier. That we should be cautious. We shouldn't be, you know, relying on it solely, but it gives us a bit of an idea. Okay, so what we've got here then is a 5-wave drop. We are currently in a 4th wave move upwards. Okay, that invalidation would occur at 2.811 based on this particular count. Okay, now if we jump into this, okay, and obviously, you know, I'm relying on some people understanding Elliott wave theory to a degree, right? We have 3-wave moves, we have 5-wave moves, sometimes there are 7-wave moves and 13 and so forth, right? Lots of different degrees. They all nest inside each other and stuff like that. So do some more research on Elliott wave theory if you're unfamiliar. Join us in Discord and all that kind of stuff. We can help you out with understanding what we're doing here. But essentially, you know, what we've got, if we've got this this little move just here, okay, let's just map that up as a Fibonacci. That's a 100%, right, from the low to the high. That entire entire movement just inside here is 100%. Okay, so just know that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this and I'm going to move it around. So it's basically this measurement of that entire move, and I'm going to move it over to this low here. This then indicates that we have the ability to move up to a 1-to-1 ratio of 2.838. That would actually invalidate our fourth wave if our fourth wave was to go that high. However, we should also be very aware that we are tracking a 5-wave structure just inside this last little move up, and I do think this is a complete zigzag pattern. Okay, so if I grab this and I actually go ahead and draw it out, we can go, let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're looking for 5. Okay, now 5 doesn't appear to want to go higher than 2.811, so therefore I think we are reaching the upper limits here right now. So if I grab hold of this and I move that over, you can see that actually what we're looking for to complete this structure for Vechain on this micro scale is going to be right inside this little yellow box, which basically comes in at 0.02662 up to a higher point of 0.02732. Okay, so that is the area that we're kind of expecting, right, for that kind of structure. And again, this actually would then complete the zigzag pattern. We go 1, 2 here, we go 3, 4 here, and then finally 5 there, right? And then, of course, we have to have that 3-wave structure just in the middle, and then in total what you end up with is a let me actually undo that 1 sec there, 5, 3, 5, right? A 5, 3, 5 structure is also known as an ABC: A up, B down, C up. Okay, now that C wave typically would go to a 1-to-1, but there's no fixed rule to say that a C wave has to go to a 1-to-1 ratio. It's just the most common. So if we do move up there, then we might get an overextended 5th wave to do it, and that's fine. Would invalidate the current 4th wave. We might have to readjust things, because I still see a 5th wave coming down or another correction coming down. So just be aware of that. Now, however, the 618, 702, 786 of this move also come in 2.6 up to 7.2, sorry, 2.6 to 2.7 cents, right? And again, these are also that 786 coming in just here at 2.702 is inside our yellow box. So rejection from a 7.86 retracement or 786 retracement on a Fibonacci retracement tool could be something that we could experience as well, completing our C wave in its entirety. So the micro movements of these 5 waves are more important than the macro ABC function, if you will. But do note that it's a zigzag pattern. A zigzag pattern is a 5-3-5 pattern, and a 5-3-5 pattern is an ABC structure from an Elliott wave theory perspective. So that kind of could be confusing to many people. Hopefully it isn't. But essentially what I'm saying here, guys, is that I expect reversal for the crypto market, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Vechain, very, very soon. I think we're very, very close to reaching the top of this 4th wave move. And as we do, then my expectations are that we are going to decline pretty heavily to the downside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the middle ground here. I'm going to take that 786 area of this little fib. Okay, and I'm going to just put the 4th wave on there like so. Now, if I go ahead and I grab this low point, and I grab this high point here, okay, that 4th wave, which is my estimate here, at about 2.7 cents, then we can see down at the bottom here that our 5th wave move is likely to come down to 1.665 to 1.866. Okay, so that then becomes our final 5th wave low on that macro scale. Okay, so if I zoom back out, you can kind of see 1, 2, 3, 4 doesn't breach the wave 1 low, and we drop down into a significant wave 5 low. I would expect a 5-wave structure inside and all of the good subwave counting that would go on inside there. So for example, you'd have 5 waves inside the 3rd wave, for example, you'd have 5 waves inside the 5th wave, and so forth, right? So I would be expecting that. That's kind of my expectations here for Vechain. I'm expecting some kind of significant pullback to happen. I think we are right on the cusp of it, and this can be confirmed using the stochastic RSIs. You can see how close we are to the overbought area on the hourly. You can see that we had pulled back a little bit here on the 4-hourly, but that could reverse up soon. We are, of course, just coming out of the overbought area on the 8-hour. We are overbought on the daily. Essentially, everything is indicating that we are looking for some downward price action. So an initial initial pullback down from this low area, a bit of a significant bounce for a wave 4, taking maybe some of those other time frames up into the overbought area, and then a significant drop into wave 3, which will be, I would have thought, at least 1.618 of wave 1, and then a wave 4 relief bounce, and then a final 5th wave low. We reached the bottom of the correction, which I do believe, if I come up into our 8-hour, yeah, I come up into our 8-hour chart here, bring this in, we are talking about a 94% reduction from the previous all-time high, and that, in my mind, would be our bear market bottom. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on. I've obviously overanalyzed this market quite a bit, and this is where I would expect our bottom to kind of be. So guys, I'm going to leave the video there. If you have found this useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done, and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.